I've always said white America and right America love guns and love Second Amendment until black people own guns and black people carry guns, right? And black people, exercise our Second Amendment rights to keep and own and carry guns and weapons of all sorts, right? Right? You have a 12-year-old kid playing with a toy pistol in the playground, and white grown cops are scared for their lives and they have to shoot them up, right? So the conversation changes when black people start owning guns and minorities start owning guns and carrying guns and exercising our Second Amendment rights to protect ourselves, defend ourselves by keeping and having firearms, right? Then the conversation changes, and that's how I see this, right? So when my Republican friends and my white friends say, "Oh, Second Amendment, Second," I say bullshit. Shut the f up, because the conversation changes when I own a gun, right? If I own a gun and cops see me carrying a gun or with a gun, all of a sudden I'm a suspect, and they're scared for their lives, and I could lose my life, right? For exercising my Second Amendment right, and the NRA isn't gonna say anything about it, or I'm not gonna have any white nationalist groups that support Second Amendment rights gonna say anything about me dying because I own a gun. So I don't give a damn. The Kyle Rittenhouse thing was strange to me because I didn't follow that story. I followed Jacob Blake's story, and I know this is came out of that from a riot or a march that came out of that. The only thing, I work for a law firm, I understand laws and certain I understand the concept of law and the way it's used. And once I saw the judge throughout the initial charges, once I saw the judge throughout the initial charges of Kyle Rittenhouse breaking curfew, right? One, and carrying an assault rifle across state lines. Not sure. I don't know the laws of weapons between. I believe it's where he came from, where he went. Don't understand what laws are involved in it and what was illegal. But something was illegal for the judge to throw it out. So him carrying a weapon across state lines, there's something in that was illegal for the judge to have, say, dismissed it as a potential charge. So once I saw those two things happen, I said, they're just going to basically say he's innocent because, it's like me breaking into a store, right? And maybe I steal something, and in me doing that, I kill someone. I kill 3 people. And I go to trial. My trial starts with, usually the way it works, you get the lesser charges brought before the serious charges, or it's lumped together sometimes. But for the judges throw out the charge of me breaking into a store and say, Olaf didn't break a law by breaking into the store. Olaf didn't break a law by stealing things. But let's try him on him killing 3 people. Right? What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to be innocent, right? Because I didn't break any laws before I killed the 3 people. If you understand what I'm saying. And then it threatens my defense of saying, oh, it's self-defense. So I knew it was going to be a BS trial the minute the judge threw it out. I never forgot the judge threw that out initially. I think it was a few months ago or weeks ago, whatever. That was tossed out. And once I heard that, I was like, I'm not going to follow this anymore. I don't care. The kid is going to get off. And America is going to be upset about this. But initially, my thing was I thought he shot 3 black people. Not realizing until the actual verdict, it was 3 white people he shot. They showed the family some press conference. I was like, wait a minute, this kid shot 3 white people. I didn't know that. Not that it make it any less severe or more any less wrong. The whole thing is wrong, right? I think he's guilty of something because he doesn't live there, right? It's like me getting my assault rifle and going into New Jersey because I'm worried about a mom and pop store getting burglarized, in New Jersey. I live in New York. And taking my assault rifle and my ammunition and getting in my car and driving 20, 30 miles, even 5 miles to another jurisdiction where other officers work, to say I'm going to do vigilante patrolling with my rifle to make sure no one's robbing anything, right? I'm looking for trouble, right? They're going to look at me as a troublemaker, right? I pay taxes. People in Kenosha, Washington pay taxes so the cops could do what Kyle Rittenhouse was trying to do. Right? That's what a judge would tell me if he saw a black guy come in with that charge. Well, Mr. Judge, why were you over there? That's what we have law enforcement over there for. You don't need to get your rifle, take it over there. I would have been found guilty. Anyone not white would have been found guilty of that. I will bet my house, my cars, every penny in my bank account that if Kyle Rittenhouse was a black guy or anything but a white guy, he would have been found guilty. Fact. And that's what disgusts me about this, and that's why Republicans and the alt-right and the white right and the Trump supporters and all that group of deplorables. That's what they are now. Come to find that out more and more and more. That's what they don't realize, right? They think it's oh, it's justice. Kyle Rittenhouse is a hero. But if he was black, they won't give a shit. I have kids around me, right? So it's BS. I don't care about it. It's sad that 3 people died, and I saw people posting stuff on their Facebook. I'm like, listen, dude, 3 people died, right? And their families are in the courthouse right now crying, right? Because homeboy thought he was Rambo or G.I. Joe, right? I think from a neutral perspective, looking at this, I would have still charged them with the assault rifle, crossing state lines, and a breaking curfew. I would have thrown those out, right? In something like that where you could contest whether it was premeditated, and I could say the prosecution wasn't the best prosecution for this case. There's so many things they could have brought up that I don't think was brought up. But overall, it's disgusting. It's just a blight on this country. We're never going to progress. We're never going to move forward if half this country thinks grabbing your guns and driving 5 miles to somewhere else to shoot people because you're defending America, defending freedom, defending some sort of fake. It's fake now. It's fake Americans. Fake American ideals, right? It's fake. It's not the real fabric of America. That's not what America is. America isn't a white guy grabbing a gun and going to shoot people because he's scared that they're gonna rob material items from a store that he doesn't in a neighborhood he doesn't live in, right? Come on, think.